What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Midwest Whitetail Regional Show. As you can see, I'm making a sit down here in a little draw. Southeast winds are kind of tough, but I'm sitting on the back side of a big bedding area and hoping the deer are going to cruise from this draw where some deer like to bed onto the bigger bedding in the center of the farm. So south wind be right in their face if they're coming across this hill face. So had a decent hunt this morning, but nothing crazy yet. So hopefully we'll see what the rest of the morning holds. But this week's episode is going to feature Jeremiah Roberson from Kansas. He has an awesome kill from Kansas. Be going there for a long time. I'm gonna let him give you a little backstory on everything. But I've got to know him over the past couple years. He's almost becoming a pretty good friend of mine at this point. So he awesome dude, and it seems like no matter where he goes, he gets on big deer and he gets it done. So this hunt's no different. But before we dive into that, just the next week and a half, we're going to be releasing a lot of episodes. So we've got a ton of kills. The first one after Jeremiah is going to be Josh Merceberger and Sean Thompson. Then we're going to have Justin Camps and his Ruckcation. Pretty awesome stuff. Jeff Dietz and the Rise Buck kill, which that's a whole nother story in itself when we'll get there. And then more recently, Avery and Aiden Epperson caught up with Roll Tide. And if you guys followed along with the Great Plains show last year, you know who he is. A stud of a deer, awesome storyline behind that deer. That's going to be one of the tail end of things, but throughout the next week and a half, 2 weeks, these are going to be coming out. And all the while, there's a lot of people having some great encounters with whitetails and building some awesome stories with some specific deer. And we're going to put those on the back burner for now and hope those stories come to fruition. So we're going to stick to the kills. We hope you enjoy that. Let me know what you think of the episode. We're going to jump to Jeremiah now so I can give you a little backstory. It's an awesome hunt. Enjoy it.
Well, welcome to Midwest Whitetail, the regional series. For those that don't know me, I'm Jeremiah Roberson, and I've been fortunate enough to share my hunts through Midwest Whitetail for a whole decade now. It's hard to believe. And while the lion's share of our hunting takes place in Alabama and Tennessee where we live, this week's episode is all about Kansas. And Kansas for me started in 2012. It actually started with an invitation to go to Africa. And fortunately, I went on that trip. We were able to book the whole camp with friends and friends of friends. So once we got there, everybody's instant friends. We had literally the trip of a lifetime. And on that trip, I met Scott. And Scott was from Kansas. And a couple of my buddies in camp had a lease there with Scott. Well, after a few days of talking about big Kansas whitetails, he told me, he said, Jeremiah, I can get you a place to hunt in Kansas. So that was all I needed to hear. Once we got back, I got online, and me and my brother purchased a leftover Kansas tag that year. And once he got to town, he called and said, hey, can you come with me and meet a landowner? Well, we sat down at her table, discussed it, took a little ride in the old farm pickup and saw a couple nice bucks chasing does. And as they say, the rest is history. That was in 2012, and it's 2025. And I'll forever be in debt to the landowner and her sons for letting me live my wildest whitetail dreams, because over the years that we've killed so many good bucks, and I've got so many great memories of hunting in Kansas. You know, my brother got one that first year in 2012. I got one in 13, 14, got the biggest deer of my life in 2016 so far, and just so many good hunts over the years, including the one you're about to see now from October the 30th. Enjoy. Welcome to Midwest Whitetail. It's day one in Kansas, October the 28th, 2025. You'll have to forgive my voice. I just about lost it. I started getting sick. I guess it was 6 days ago now. And I should have done something about it sooner, especially knowing I was going to try to come out here I wanted to time a trip with the correct moon and a weather front. And we got it right here in the end of October. I've been getting pictures of a pretty nice 10-point ever since I put the cameras out in August. 3 of the pictures I've got of him have been right here in this area. I just know from hunting here in the past, the bucks love this area. They always have. Try to take a stab at this buck. Probably not going to give it very many days. We'll hunt this evening. Probably going to hunt tomorrow morning and evening. Thursday morning and evening. Be right back here again in the morning. Going back to the same spot that I hunted yesterday, and that's my plan. Even going into this, all period was to hunt this area. We already know those bigger bucks are in this area this time of year, and I just wanted to hit this October cold front, and it's hitting at the right time right here. Today is the 29th of October, but I've been getting some pretty nice bucks there all the way up to current. So like I said, my eggs are pretty much in that basket for this trip. Anyway, it's a little bit cloudy this morning. My truck was saying it was 47, but we've got a 30-mile-an-hour wind. Like, it's gale force. It's unbelievable. So anyway, I'm gonna go get in the blinds for a little bit. The activity in the mornings, the 8 o'clock hour is usually hot, so. Welcome to Midwest Whitetail. It is now the morning of October the 30th. It's calm this morning. This is the true calm day after the front. We'll see. just got my target buck, 853. I just thought, man, all these turkeys finally cleared out. It started getting quiet, and I thought I'm gonna spar and just see what happens. I started to spar, and then I heard a deer raking its antlers. I knew it was a buck, and I could see it. I had a little bit of trouble with the camera. I got the camera panned over, finally. And it's this big buck that I just found on camera last night. He comes in to probably 20 yards and finally gets in an opening, and thank goodness, when I got down a couple days ago, I cleared a little bit of a shooting lane there. Perfect shot. He's not gonna be very far. Oh, thank goodness. October cold front, a late October cold front. That's a buck to be proud of, I guarantee you. Good long blood. Oh my goodness, it is this other deer. Y'all look at this. Oh my goodness. I really don't know where to start, but I think we'll start on this absolute perfect day in Kansas. October the 30th has lived up to my wildest expectations. And this morning started perfect. I was sitting right in the middle of 100 roosted turkeys, turkeys gobbling, the still cold, frosty morning after the front. Been dealing with gale force winds for days. Had almost lost my voice. And luckily I got it back for this event. As far as I know, this is the first deer that's been harvested out of this blind. And Lord, what a deer it was. Now all the effort that we've put into making this spot better and figuring it out has really came full circle. Incredible hunt. I love this state. It's been so good to me over the years. And I guess I'm not gonna know what to do in November. Probably go to Illinois with my brother and my other friends. But things are heating up at home, and there's a lot of good hunting left. I'm several weeks ahead of when I usually start tagging bucks, so for that I'm very thankful. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this as much as I did. Thank y'all for watching Midwest Whitetail.